Don't give me any of the sass. Don't give me any of the... Stop it. I see it. I see it. Bottle it up. Save it for later. Why don't they have lowercase numbers? Don't you think it would be handy?
No.
You don't think so?
Because a number is one. It's one thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, but
it's
if I see a period in a book, like I understand the next sentence is starting. You don't need to give me a capital
Why do you
letter.
want to? But why do you want two versions of a number?
Why do I want two versions of a letter? What purpose does it serve? I understand the next sentence is starting. People's names are starting. I mean, people in. Okay, listen. The vocabulary and not so much. Yeah, whatever. This is pre-gaming. I don't even care about the noises right now.
I mean,
but the thing is, what I'm saying is everybody texts now, and how many people usually capitalize anything?
Unless they want it to be.
People can't even bother to write out the word your.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
or one of the versions of your.
But I don't get. But why do you want two versions of numbers? What would that accomplish?
I don't know, but it might be fun.
Okay, give me an example of the lowercase version of 2.
Well, here's...
Is it just a smaller version?
Now, okay, you have the letter S, right?
Uh-huh.
The smaller version's an S.
Yeah.
It's like a small baby S.
Yeah.
C, big C,
right.
little baby C.
Right.
But then you have G.
Yeah.
And G and
E.
little G look nothing alike.
E.
E.
A.
And little E.
Even B.
Correct.
D.
Q.
Right.
Right. So...
Why couldn't they just be littler versions of those? Why does it have to be...
That's why it's strange.
Here's a B, and then another B is going to just be just the bottom part.
That's how they do it.
And a D is a big bleh, and then it...
Yeah, opposite side. Let's throw it on the opposite side.
Who made... It's so
Dude, I know, it's the weirdest
dumb.
thing, but just think of the potential. Like maybe like in like an 8.
You know why?
Like,
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
It's just like a zigzag or something.
You know why?
Crazy.
Here's the reason why.
Okay.
Maths.
Maths.
Because
it's a different language.
Because if you had lowercase numbers in math, that would make math a hell of a lot harder.
Oh, okay. So they just started adding letters. They started adding X's and Y's.
Well, yeah, and there's also exponents. You have the nth power. You have
right.
so they do have
they
lowercase.
Make them tiny,
yeah.
They just make them little and put it in.
I disagree with this whole lowercase.
I think it could. No. Its potential for world-changing.
No.
No.
It's too much. It's too much.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I don't appreciate it. No, I don't appreciate that at all. All right.
Jane Fonda and Jeff Bridges. The morning after.
The morning after pill
can be murder. So.
Wait, what is that? Is it a murder mystery?
It's Jane Fonda wakes up in the morning next to some dude who's dead, and her ex-husband Raul Julia says
Raul Julia.
Call the police.
What year? Give me a year.
1986.
86.
The year 1986 of Earth. And she meets an ex-cop named Jeff Bridges, and he believes her innocence, and they try to, get things going and whatnot. And that's basically.
Why is he an ex-cop?
Why? Because he retired.
Who's the guy in the bed?
Some photographer that nobody.
And her husband is.
Raul Julia.
Current husband.
Ex-husband.
Ex-husband.
Well, they're trying to get divorced.
Dang.
But he says, call the police. He's telling her, call the police. But she was obviously set up.
Jane Fonda?
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges. How old?
Her name is Alex.
86?
Jeff Bridges' name is Turner.
89, what'd you say?
Raul Julia is Jackie. So, 1986.
All right, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Considering what I have.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was nominated for a Best Actress in a Leading Role.
Great.
For this movie.
Look at my movie.
I am looking at you, and I don't know if I really want to look at the movie.
Just look. Say it out loud.
A Little Princess. Why didn't you pick something else?
You told me. I
right.
said.
You stick with it.
Exactly. What do you mean? Don't come back on me like that.
Dedication.
That's bull.
Dedication. You don't pick something else.
That's bull. That's right. So don't come at me being like, why didn't you pick? Was it true? Trying to test me?
No, because you were saying before. Tell me to pick something else. I don't want to pick anything else.
A Little Princess. You want to know what this is about? It's. I actually saw this movie too a long time ago. But All right, so you have this dude named Captain Cruz. He has a daughter named Sarah Crew. Not Cruz, Crew. Her mom dies when she's a kid. He volunteers to fight.
A queen?
No. He volunteers to fight for the British in 1914.
Was he a king?
No, he was. No, I think they were a wealthy family. She goes to live in a boarding school in New York City, 1914. And
who, the girl?
Yeah, because he goes away. They think he dies overseas. He doesn't. He just has amnesia. She's forced into a life of servitude, and there's a mean headmistress named Miss Minchin. And so treats her bad, and it's kind of like an Annie situation, I think, right?
Yeah.
Turns out he has amnesia. He comes back, and long story short, they get their family wealth back, and she ends up becoming a chimney sweep Miss Minchin, and they adopt another little girl named Becky, and now they, it's whatever. So Little Princess. I don't know what you want from me.
Okay.
I don't know what you friggin' want.
I don't want. Hey, you didn't write the movie. You didn't make it. You
I
didn't direct
didn't.
it.
I didn't.
Did you star it?
Kenny, I didn't.
Did you star in it?
I did not. I didn't star in it. I didn't write it. I didn't direct it. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. So where are we going with this?
All right. We have a dead body.
I mean, that was probably solved in the movie. Admittedly, I haven't seen this movie.
All right.
However, I do believe that it came to a resolution somewhere before the credits.
Somewhere.
So I would say that I don't know if we need to do that again.
What's it called again? I forget.
This is called The Mourning After.
Okay.
The Mourning After, not A Mourning After.
What about?
That is A Little Princess.
A Little Princess.
Not The Little Princess.
Right, A Little Princess. What if Sarah is grown up?
Okay. I'm intrigued.
And she gets into the same type of situation as something that happened in that movie.
What was her dad's name?
Captain.
What was her dad's name?
Captain?
What was her dad's name?
I don't know.
Make me ask you 4 times.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Richard. Captain Richard.
Captain Richard.
Crew.
However, really, there is a character in The Mourning After named Richard. Oh no, hold on.
What's that gonna do? That's not gonna.
No, that's the actor's name, Richard Forangi, and he plays Sergeant Herb Greenbaum. Herb, not Herb. He plays Herb. Herb Greenbaum, but that was
That's dumb.
Hold on. Richard. No, there's nobody in the name.
I think.
There's
Okay.
nobody in
What
the
do
movie.
you think about that? Pushing it forward to
I was
her.
gonna say. Pushing what forward?
The story, like
She
a
wakes
sequel.
up next to somebody dead?
Yeah, we'll do something like similar. Not let it be the same. Okay, so if you have someone that's dead, what's similar? What is a simile? What's similar to waking up next to somebody that's dead? What is a parallel situation to that?
Somebody else wakes up next to her dead. Like she's dead and somebody wakes up next to her.
Yes.
You kill the little princess.
She dies.
How about it's like Sleeping Beauty and she's just sleeping? We don't want to alienate the fans from the first movie. Listen.
No, I was gonna say she's like a.
No.
She's she's undead. No, she's alive, but she's undead.
One name, one movie.
She's a vampire.
No twists or wrenches. Listen.
Come on.
One movie will make me never want to betray a character ever again. Alien 3. How disappointing was the beginning of Alien 3?
Why?
The whole movie. Because they killed all.
Ripley
is
killed
trying to save that
everybody.
girl. The whole entire movie.
Everyone's dead. Everybody. Hicks, Newt. Well, they're the only ones that were alive anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Is okay. Hicks survived, right?
No, he died though.
No, hold on.
They all died
No,
at the beginning of
Who's
3.
Michael Bain?
Hicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Bain lived at the end of Aliens.
Yeah, he was hurt. His
Right.
face was all.
But he was fine.
Right.
They were like, okay.
And Newt.
you lived,
Right.
you're
I
fine.
get you. Yeah.
Newt was the whole point of Aliens.
Right. True.
The whole point of the movie
Right.
was get this girl and save her and let's get rid of the aliens. Oh, I understand. You need to get rid of the aliens. But that was Ripley had a connection, right?
Right.
Because of her daughter, all that.
Right.
And then in between movies, it just
That was a redirection.
It was stupid.
That was a dumb direction. But
Stupid.
that was to get rid of those characters to put them in a different place. Anyway, what's your point?
No, so I don't want to kill the little princess. I don't think.
But I'm not saying kill her in the sense that she won't be in the movie. You're gonna make her undead, and now they gotta figure out.
And it's like a little princess.
They gotta
It's kind of like a
out.
modern day fairy tale kind of thing.
Okay.
Modern day 1995, mid 90s. Now we're gonna have a modern day kind of. Can you just?
All right, talk to me while I do
Did
it.
you do that? So what I think what we should do is kind of have like.
Go on. It's fine. Go
Are
on.
you finished?
Yeah. You asked me to do it. Go on.
But the refrigerator is still vertical, standing.
Oh, I can knock that over if you want.
Just wait.
I can knock that over if you want.
So, listen. I think it should be like it should move from, you know, a kind of a little princess.
Hold on. You know it would have been easier had you got up and done that, right?
Yeah, but no. I didn't turn it on before. I'm not
Oh
doing
my
it turn it
god.
on.
All right, go ahead.
And I'm kind of cornered. So what I think should be is fairy tale-ish, right? Because the movie was kind of fairy tale-y. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
And now the new one's gonna be like even more fairy tale-y because it's gonna be like Sleeping Beauty and all that.
Okay, well go on. So it's like a modern retelling of Sleeping. What? Sleeping?
Well, not
I can't say
necessarily.
the word.
Maybe you can have like Gremlins 2.
Okay, who's in it? Come on.
Hold on. Gremlins 2 was amazing.
It was.
It was amazing.
It was.
It had everything.
Have you seen the Key and Peele skit?
You showed it to me.
Oh my god. Oh, that's right. I did. Oh yeah, it was really good.
So, as amazing as that was, like the movie it exists and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Little Princess, this one's gonna come out and it's gonna be kind of like I don't want to say like a spoof or something like that, but they do have movies like that, right?
They do, but can you please give me the damn
Like there was a Bug's Life
plot
that
to
came out,
this?
and that was a lot like Seven Samurai, right? Remember
Yeah.
Seven Samurai? You remember?
Yeah.
There were a lot of movies, along
Yeah.
those lines.
It's the same tropes, like Star Wars too. It's a hero story.
That's how they do.
Okay.
That's how they do.
But
So that's what this is going to be. This is going to be kind of like just a mixture of a lot of fairy tales, but it's going to come off playing it like it's like a murder mystery. Like who put her to sleep?
Do
Why
they?
is she sleeping
Okay,
and stuff
okay.
like that? And that's going to be kind of like the whole entire thing throughout the movie. I don't want to say it's going to be like Shrek, right? But there's a lot of fairy tale kind of stuff going on there, and I'm not a fan. I don't like the character.
I never thought you'd ever
I don't
utter
like the
a
character.
sentence like, I don't want to say it's like Shrek. That's a first.
I don't like it. I don't like the design of Shrek. The
Okay.
donkey's annoying,
Yeah.
and I just don't like the art direction and all that. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I don't
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm not trying to say, hey, that's going to be inspiration or it should be more like Shrek. I wish this movie was more like Shrek, because I'll never say that.
Okay.
But it's going to kind of go through like fairy tale land and stuff like that. Like maybe there'll be like one dwarf that shows up.
Okay, but who's the main character then?
The main character is going to be the guy who wakes up next to Sleeping Beauty.
And who's that?
I don't know.
Come up with a name. You can't have this and not have a name. Is he a prince?
Yeah,
Prince Roderick?
Roderick. Yeah, man. Yeah, Prince Roderick. Wherever the heck he is from.
I don't know. It's made up a name, man.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. That's fine.
I gotta have some input in this.
So he comes up.
Train
and-
wreck.
So that's it, and then it's like, oh, what happened? And he talks. He calls up like, his ex-wife or something, or his ex, stable manager, and says, there's a body next to me, and she's like, oh.
We have to find out who this is.
You gotta find out, and then it turns out at
She's
the end,
kinda
it's all
hot.
you're sleeping. You've been sleeping the whole time. She wakes up, and like at the end of the movie, like all nervous and stuff because he's under arrest by the palace guard.
He's in the palace
And
now.
he's in the he's in the.
Does he live in the palace? Well, he is Prince
Well,
Roderick.
he lives in the kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe they don't know he's a prince, and then they find out he is a prince and everything, and they're like, oh, this is gonna cause
Okay.
waves throughout the kingdom.
Yeah.
People are gonna be feeling this for
I want
centuries.
those kingdom waves.
So and
Great.
then all of a sudden it finds out at the end, like she just wakes up and like, oh, I just was really tired.
Great. I hate it. What's it called?
A little.
A sleeping princess.
Um,
This was a little princess. This could be a full-grown princess.
princess.
Big princess. A not so little princess.
Yeah, a big.
Can it be a princess? With a question mark at the end?
I don't know, but it's not really about her.
I know, you're
It's about
right.
the prince.
It's about the prince.
A prince?
A little prince.
Question mark?
Question mark?
A little prince? Wasn't there a cartoon that you had?
Yeah, it's
Stupid little prince. Well, let's not do that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
No,
that's the little prince, I think.
how about the Prince's Mourning?
The princess
The Prince's
sleeping.
Mourning.
Princess mourning.
The Prince's Mourning.
After.
No, the Prince's Mourning.
The prince's.
The Prince's?
With an apostrophe? No, it'd be an apostrophe.
The
It'd be prince.
Apostrophe S.
S.
Morning?
Morning? Question mark?
Yes, but not morning as in good morning. Morning as in morning. Or morning.
The prince's morning?
Just morning. Yeah.
So I'm not going to put the prince? Let me think on that a second.
Big Prince's morning.
Morning. Morning, M-O-U.
Yes.
Morning, M-O-R. Okay. Yeah, I mean, why not?
Big Prince's morning.
Dude, I probably shouldn't put the word
big
in there.
Why?
I don't know.
I think it's perfect.
So what do you want to call it?
I don't care.
A prince's morning.
A Prince's morning.
A big print. No,
A large Prince's morning.
No, it's gonna think he's like obese or something.
Maybe he will be.
He could be, yeah.
Because he eats a lot because he's depressed that she'll die.
He doesn't know who she is.
He finds out.
Therein lies. So
It's
he finds out right
convenient.
away.
She's a prince. Yes.
She's opposite of me.
Yes.
Great.
Opposite, yes.
So what are we calling it? Are we really going to call it? That's such a dumb way to do it.
I don't care.
Now you got me involved
Coming out,
in this.
it's going to be in a world.
No, in a world. No, I'm gonna put a prince's morning.
In a kingdom.
No, it's not gonna be in a kingdom. We're not doing that. Can we move on, please?
Yeah.
What? All right.
Oh man, I skipped ahead. All right.
You skipped ahead to what? What are you on TV?
You don't even know.
Me or you?
You.
Okay, fine.
You said you have something stupid?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing crazy.
The Young Riders. Anything like the Young Guns or Young Guns?
Fun fact. I'll get to that in a second. Right. So Young Riders is a TV show from 1989, ran to 92. So it only ran 3 seasons. It's about young Pony Express riders. Pony Express riders were... they were like, weren't they? It wasn't mail. It was a mail service, right? So.
Oh yeah.
They ran, whatever. They ran to different towns and they delivered newspapers, messages, and mail. Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's just I mean, there's a whole bunch of characters in this, man.
That's okay, man.
We'll get into them if we need to. We'll get into them.
We don't need them.
I will say people who were in the show: Stephen Baldwin.
One of them.
Okay. Josh Brolin.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then there's a whole bunch. So Buffalo Bill and Wild Bill Hickok were 2 of the characters that were in this group. It was a whole bunch of characters. We'll get through them if we have to, I guess. And that's what it is. And I don't care anymore.
So
that's what it is. Let me see you.
Maybe they could ride this bad boy.
What is that?
I mean the motorcycle.
But wait, what is that? I don't know that. I don't know the name of it. No.
You're an embarrassment to everyone.
That guy looks like a gin.
The Man, the Machine.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't recognize him, and I couldn't see what he was on. It didn't look like anything. Street Hawk.
Do you remember Street Hawk?
I remember Street Hawk.
Do?
Yeah, I mean
That's
not
like Knight Rider on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean don't quote me on knowing all of it, but I remember.
I'll tell you a couple.
All right, give me some things. Oh, I didn't tell you my fun fact. I'll tell you my fun fact after. No, now we're in Street Hawk. Okay. We'll go back.
Theme song composed by Tangerine Dream.
Wait,
check.
What?
Check.
Check that off. Okay.
He is a police troubleshooter by day, vigilante by night.
I don't know what that even. What the
check.
Hell is it? Double check. I'd say double check on that.
They made action figure. They made slot bikes. machines. They made novels.
Ooh.
4 novels came out for this.
Check, check, and check.
Recruited by the U.S. government to ride Street Hawk. He's a police officer injured on the duty. Also was a recreational amateur dirt bike racer. He was recruited by the U.S. government. Did I tell you that?
You mentioned it.
Yeah, to ride Street Hawk. It's an all-terrain attack helicopter. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say helicopter.
This is an Airwolf.
They just said that they had like the whole script, the first season of Airwolf, everything, all the treatments, everything, and they just went through and every time it says Airwolf.
So it says Chopper. Right, yeah. Right, yeah.
Yeah, anytime it says the Chopper.
Wait, this wasn't
the bike.
This wasn't like Mask, was it? Like the guy in Mask?
No.
One of my favorite. You know, I had him 3 different times.
Who?
The guy in the motorcycle, the green motorcycle that turned into a helicopter.
Oh yeah, the Brad.
Yellow suit, green motorcycle, and then it popped up. I had that toy 3 different times. I don't know why. I just kept getting that toy. Anyway, go ahead.
Weird. Yeah.
Weird.
I had the red one, the vampire. Remember that one?
Oh man, that was a good one
dude with the
too.
blonde hair
I
and
mainly
everything.
had the good guys, and my friend had the bad guys, and I'd always want to borrow his, and he's like, no.
Really?
It's like, screw you, man.
That's it.
No.
So the name. I don't even want to get
What's
to the
his
name
name?
yet. You don't even want to know yet.
Okay.
Because it's gonna make you uninterested in all the other facts. So anyway, all-terrain attack motorcycle, right? It was built to fight urban crime.
Oh, like RoboCop.
Come on, man. It goes 300 miles per hour at least every time.
No.
Yes. Yep.
People don't drive that fast. There's nowhere to.
Firepower like you would.
No, you're not putting firepower on an urban assault vehicle like that. I guess you would if it's an urban assault vehicle.
So anyway, he comes at night, right?
Wait, I want to know what he does during the day. What does police troubleshooter mean?
God, man, he knows.
What does he knows what?
It doesn't matter. I mean, he knows. That one guy knows who he really is. He's a government agent named Norman Tuttle.
The guy who recruited him.
Maybe. I didn't get that far. Anyway, his name is Jesse Mock.
M-O-C-K?
No, M-A-C-K. Mock.
Mac?
Like Mach 1.
I'm sorry, M-A-C-K is Mac.
M-A-C-H.
There you go, that's Mock.
Mock. Yeah. I don't know the word Mac. M-A-C-H. Mock. Jesse Mock. Underlining.
Sorry.
Circling. And a triple.
Oh my god.
Asterisk after Mock. Do not mispronounce.
What's
Mac.
what's the note to that? The footnote to that asterisk.
The asterisk?
Pronounced
well, it's really like
Mach
a star.
as in Mach
yes.
1. No, right? You got an asterisk as in Mach 1.
As in Mach 1.
Jesus, I don't know what to say about that.
You don't. And what did you get again? Dude, I know.
Oh my god!
He's going to be a portal of some sort. Either that or he's a descendant.
Holy crap! This is amazing! Street Hawks?
Yeah.
Young Riders.
Yeah.
The Young Hawks.
That's why I said, can I ride this?
Oh my god, yes!
And I didn't mean Jesse.
They ride Jesse. They ride him. He's the most generic looking person. No. He actually looks like a friggin' serial killer. That guy chops up people and drowns people. What a piece of crap.
He might be the big prince.
Dude.
He might be the big prince.
Dude. He's the big prince. Dude, that's great. Okay, come on. All right. Okay. So
I gave you the fuel.
I don't know what to do. I liked what you said initially.
It's up to you to get up to Mach 1.
Oh, Mach 1.
Mach 1, bring it.
I like what you said, though. I like about him going to the past. What if they come to...
It only ran for like 4 months, 5 months.
Of course it did. Wait, they're coming to the future.
They are?
They are. I think they need to swap out their steeds, their real life steeds, which one was named Lucy. One of the guys had Katie. The kid, okay, a soft-spoken Southerner, loves his horse, Katie. Purchased her by winning a boxing match. Guess what? They're coming to America. No, they already live in America. Yeah. They're coming to a portal. Time warp.
Time warp?
Wormhole.
How does the wormhole? open.
And it has something to do with the sliders. All right, they did something. All right, they're still sliding around, and
I
they
was
left.
gonna say that maybe this thing went really.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. No, it's beautiful. It opened up a wormhole. It ripped. It went fast. Guess what? They were testing a new component for Street Hawk that allows it to go faster than 300 miles per hour. They're like, this is gonna go. So you're gonna live up to your name, Jesse. This thing's gonna go Mach 1. He's like, but aren't I gonna get killed? Being that I have no seatbelt or harness or anything. They're like, you're gonna be fine. Guess what? It went faster than Mach 1, and it opened up. The energy they used to create this device opened up a tear in time. Okay?
Yeah, I'm on board.
Guess what? What's that? Jesse Mach died.
Stop. You're killing him off?
He died. He died in the experiment. But when it opens up the time rift, and this is all gonna be in the title sequence. Okay? You're not gonna get this it's gonna all be in the title sequence.
Right.
They're riding, right, all in single file, all down somewhere wherever the hell the Pony Express went, wherever these guys were. There's like 19 of these guys. Yeah. And they all just went, it opened up, and they didn't know what was happening. They went right through, and all of a sudden they're on the streets of, where did this take place?
Where did Street
Hawk take place? Yeah. Some no-name city.
Let's see, backstory, blah, blah, blah.
It doesn't matter.
Vigilante, public relations, embarrassment by the police. What? He's regarded as a lawless vigilante and a public relations embarrassment by the police.
Yeah, of course.
Like
all vigilantes are.
Hates
Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have a city? All right. Well,
I mentioned Tangerine Dream.
You mentioned that. But can we go back? All right, we get it. They show up in the middle of the city, and they're like, what? But they show up where the bike is, because the bike stopped, and like Jesse just disintegrated.
Yeah.
Okay? So what happens is, they show up and they're like, and they're like, who are you? And what's this? And they draw their weapons, and like the government guys are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they explain, like, listen, well, since he's gone, we need a new Street Hawk. And they're like, try out these new prototype bikes we have. And so now there's Street Hawks. Now, look, there's a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie. I'll name. There's gonna be the Kid. There's gonna be Buffalo Bill. There's gonna be Wild Bill Hickok. There's gonna be Buck Cross, who's half Native American. Then there's gonna be Louise Lou McLeod, who's a girl.
Yeah.
There's Sam Kane. There's Ike McSwain, Noah Dixon, Emma Shannon. Emma Shannon wasn't.
You have way too many characters.
Yeah. Going on. So it ends at Noah Dixon, and he showed up in the second season. Okay. Anyway.
Check this out.
Okay.
I know you're on a roll. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah.
But this might be a good. Just.
Okay.
Might get things. In India, they came out with a Snake Eyes action figure with a silver visor.
Yeah.
And a repainted vehicle, the G.I. Joe vehicle, the Ram. And sold it under Street Hawk. So Snake Eyes action figure was used as Street Hawk.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
That's pretty interesting.
Remember, I have a fun fact about this one too. But I'll get to it at the end.
So I just thought that was kind of.
That's pretty cool. Hold on. So guess what? They become the new Street Hawks. Oh, we could just call it Street Hawks.
Well, I was gonna say we call it the Hawk Express instead of the Pony Express. The Hawk Express.
Yeah, but the show was called the Young Riders.
Oh, yeah.
Hawk Riders. We'll get to that in a second, because guess what? In its third season, okay? Third season,
yeah.
Guess who comes back? Jesse Mach. You know why?
No.
Because he wasn't disintegrated. He was flung into the future.
How about he was flung into the past, and now he has to deliver all this mail by himself?
That's boring. Funny, but boring.
On his motorcycle.
No, the motorcycle stayed.
So here's the thing. Sister series. Mach, Jesse, Mach goes back in time in the motorcycle, and the Young Riders are in the future.
Well, hold on. Why don't
fighting crime.
Why don't you want to go to the future?
There's a bunch of vigilantes on horses, and they're like, what's happening?
But
and then he goes into the past, and he's delivering mail on his motorcycle, going 300 miles per hour.
I mean, that's good too, but I wanted him to come from the future, man.
Well, he did come from the future, just into the...
No, I want him to go to the future and then come back. Like, he learned some things, man.
Well, we can do that. We can have all of it. How about it just...
I have an idea.
Flashbacks.
I have an idea.
Flashbacks.
How about it sent him back in time? Because he went through the same wormhole that connected to their time, so they swapped.
Yes.
He does that thing. That's a spin-off series. Then...
Or just flashbacks.
Whatever. He tried to get back.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, this is the way to work. He tried to get back, but went to the far future, then figured out how to get back to the time when he left. And then you find out, oh, I went back in time and this and that. And then after we see that on season 3 of this one, then they get the spin-off, and it's the what happened to him then. Get it?
I'm getting it. However, I think it might be kind of fun if he goes so fast he opens up the wormhole. What year was the Pony Express? What year was this take place in?
Oh, jeez, that's a
Cowboys
good
stuff,
question.
Right?
Yeah.
Late 1800s, early 1900s, late 1800s probably.
Yes.
What, 1870, 1880?
Yeah, yes. Why doesn't it tell me anything?
Let's look up Pony Express.
Yeah, I am.
So anyway, so they get jumped up into
1859.
Oh gosh, that early.
So yeah.
All right, so 1859, they get boosted up. Boom, right? Yeah. Okay. So he goes wormhole. They come up into the 80s or whatever like that. I mean, the show was 85, so it could be whatever. And then he gets put back into 1859.
1860. Yeah.
Something like that, right? He tries to get back. He's like, well, I need to do that again. He does it again. Wormhole opens. He goes back in time to like the Revolutionary War, and all the Revolutionary War guys come out. Now the Revolutionary War guys are in the Old West.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
Is it a mess?
Yeah. So that's the thing is he tries to go and he's like, well, how am I going to get back? So he has to go backwards till he opens up the wormhole, and then if he drives backwards on the motorcycle, which is difficult.
Yeah.
Pretty fast too, even. So he has to perfect that because now he's in the Revolutionary War.
Oh my God, I'm seeing some stunts.
So now he goes back, right, and then he goes and is that Napoleon, the Revolutionary War?
Well, no.
The French.
That was like the French, Indo, whatever, man.
Why are we so bad with history?
Waterloo. I don't know.
I was want to look that up.
Anyway, I get what you're saying.
So that's the thing. So now he has to go backwards, and then he can. Okay, I jump back.
Yeah.
Correct this. I jump back. And then he finally makes it back to present day. But
with these guys.
trapped and
with these
it's
guys.
weird and,
Here's what I love about that. Whenever a TV show tries to do time travel, it's a bloody mess.
Yeah.
And it will be a bloody loopholes everywhere.
Yeah.
Time paradoxes everywhere. I love it. What do we call it? What do we call this show?
What are we calling this? Young Riders.
Young Hawks. Street Riders. Street Riders. They were the Young Riders. They could be the Street Riders.
Street Riders. Sounds so generic, though.
So did the Young Riders. What about, I know you said the Express. You said the Hawk Express? Oh, I mean, the Hawk Express could be cool.
Yeah.
Street Hawks. I kind of like Street Hawks.
Like an X?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I'm loving that.
Street Hawks.
There's a game, Tom Clancy's Hawks, which is supposed to be like a
the
fighter game.
Airplane.
Yeah. What are you thinking? I mean, I like Street Hawks. I like Young Hawks.
You like Young Hawks?
The Young Hawks.
How about we call it something and something?
Stop what you're doing.
Like Hawks and Riders. It's like a law firm.
Were you injured in a motorcycle accident? If so,
by traveling back.
By traveling back in time and back and forward again? Well, then contact Hawks and Riders. We can get you all the money you need. Into balloons.
Yeah. Look for our grandchildren, because we're not gonna be around when you get back.
Look us up in the future. Come on, come on, man. It's the Young Hawks, the Hawks, the. I mean, we don't have to have young in it, but Street Hawks. The Street Hawks.
Whatever.
There's more than one of them now.
Street Hawks.
But it's too close to Street Hawk, right?
Yeah.
I like Hawks, though, with an X. Do you or don't you?
I think it's so bad, it's stupid.
I thought you were going to say it's so bad it's good.
No. Time Hawks.
Time Hawks. I could do that.
You do Time Hawks?
Yeah.
Not just the streets anymore. Oh, what do they call streets? Back in the day, like roads, they call them.
They call them the same thing. Lane? What do they call them? Lanes?
Lanes.
What you on that there boulevard?
They call them the routes.
The routes. I had a route. That was the route.
I know.
They were the.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I have.
Route Hawks.
I have a route. Route Hawks? Oh, no, please, I can't. No. I'm calling them the Time
Route
Hawks.
Hawks. Hold on.
No.
They called it like the
Time Hawks. Done. It's written down. When it's written down.
Trail Hawks.
Trail Hawks. Come on. All right. Okay. All right. The Time Trail Hawks. No, Trail Hawks. Trail Hawks and not the.
Trail Hawks.
Okay. The eye roll at me. God.
Trail Hawks and gunpowder.
All right, let's do cartoons. Can we just be done with this? I'm over it. I have a flip flopping good one. I'm telling you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to look at mine?
Do I?
Yeah, you do. The answer is yes. So look at mine, bro cheese.
Thundarr the Barbarian.
Now, do you remember? Oh, I didn't tell you my fun fact. Here's a quick little fun fact about the young ones, the young riders. The people who made Young Guns sued ABC, who were makers of the Young Riders, because of not only the young in the name but also the matter. Because it was a Western. Oh. And Young Guns had nothing to do with the Pony Express.
Right.
But they sued them anyway. Okay, that was my fun fact.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Anyway, do you remember Thundarr?
Thundarr. Okay, listen. I'll tell you a little bit about Thundarr. I was going to, but okay. It was made to kind of be like a. Well, no, He-Man was kind of made to be like a.
He-Man was after.
Thundarr?
Well, yeah, because Thundarr was like 1980. When was He-Man?
To cash in on like the Conan thing.
Yeah.
But Thundarr, I'm guessing, was extremely.
Were you aware that Thundarr takes place in the year 3994?
Yeah.
You did?
No.
Okay.
So what happens? The world goes back to barbarian times?
Well, what happened? Oh, this is great. This is iconic. Well, first of all, a rogue planet passed through the space between the moon and the Earth, split the moon in two, and messed up the Earth, sending in the year 1994. That happened in the year 1994. 2,000 years later, things have settled out. But guess what? The Earth was reborn in a world of savagery, super science, and sorcery. Shut up. Speed Racer?
No.
Oh. What is it? You can't just show me a head with a helmet. That looks like Speed Racer. What is it?
Speed Racer, he says.
Wacky Racers? What is it? Come on, I don't remember. Oh, give me the title. I don't remember, man.
Doesn't even know.
He showed me these pictures. First he shows me a close-up of a face. Then he shows me a group of people. Oh, Pole Position. Holy crap. I totally forgot that was a cartoon.
Forget about Thundarr. This show's going to be called Pole Position 2. And it's going to be awesome. No Thundarr. It erased it. The end of Pole Position, the series, erased all known traces of Thundarr the Barbarian.
What? Why?
And they're going to call it Pole Position 2, and it's going to be phenomenal.
But what about...
Listen, you got Wheels and Rhodey. Okay?
I didn't even tell you about my guys.
Tess and Dan.
Okay.
All right? They're the Darretts. They are...
Sorry, what? There's the last name?
Excuse me, the Darretts. Tess and Dan Darrett. You never heard of them?
No, apparently
Tess
not.
is the leader, Dan is the follower. That's just the way it is. Then there's a little sister, but she doesn't really factor in there.
There's an animal. There's a creature in there.
Yes, and you want to know about I'm going to tell you about the creature. God, man. First of all, the Darretts were a family of stunt-driving crime fighters.
Oh my God! Everyone's a dang crime fighter.
They go around the country and thwart crime.
Around the country?
Under the ruse of being like a circus. Okay?
A circus?
Not a circus, but stunt drivers.
They
put on a show.
Yeah.
Like a traveling circus. But
that makes sense.
So anyway, I'm going to tell you about this this little creature, right? All right. We have Daisy, right? She's the younger sister of Dan and Tess.
Their brother and sister?
Their brother and sister. Yeah.
Okay.
Their parents got killed. Dead.
Of course they did.
The way this article is written, it says that a road accident ended the life of the parents.
Okay.
Instead of they were killed in a road accident.
Okay.
Just weird wording. So, we have Kuma, which is that little creature, right? A genetic creation, which is a cross between a raccoon and a monkey.
Gross. Super gross.
Yep. So, there you go. Anyway, so there are two cars. They had computers that can come out and they can talk to them, stuff like that. They can carry them around
Gross.
and do whatnot with them. They call them modules.
Of course they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the cars could also adapt and have like water skis, hover jets. They could fly all the sun.
No, of course they did.
Like
Yeah. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you have those things?
So looking at all the principal cast, additional voices, everything like that. No Frank Welker.
Yeah, Welker's not in this either.
So.
You know, I didn't give you the three main characters here. I gotta give them to you.
Thundarr.
Thundarr.
Okay.
Barbarian.
Is he a barbarian?
Princess Ariel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And Ukla the Mock.
Ukla.
Ukla.
A mock.
The Mock.
Like M-A-C-H?
M-O-K. No, M-O-K. Okay.
You know, there was an NES game called Mock Rider. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
And it was, I believe it was a motorcycle, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Yeah. So I remember it always being like at
I'm trying to see if
at night. Mock.
there's
Rider.
like 2 seasons of this.
Mock Rider. Yeah, look
It's
at
like
this.
2
No, it wasn't
seasons
at
of
night.
this.
Look at this. Mock Rider.
Oh, Mock Rider. Oh, was yeah.
I wonder if it has anything to do with
That was back when the Nintendo games, they always had the same
with
type
Street
of
Hawk.
thing.
So
what are we? Okay, so what are we doing? What's the situation, man? This is a little bit of a tough one. It's a little bit of a nut to crack.
Mock Rider was originally released originally released as a plastic race car by Nintendo in 1972. Before they were even into video games or anything like that. It's a weird fact.
Fun fact.
Why don't we get something like Mock Rider?
We may soon enough.
Imagine you got Mock Rider and you're holding out on it.
Mike Rider.
Mock Rider.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me today? Yeah. Anyway.
What did I get? Oh God. Oh God. All right, can we just get through this cartoon?
Just get through it.
I don't know what you want to do, man. Because these go together like peanut butter and vinegar.
What, these shows? That's why I said, dude, Thundarr is gone. Pole Position 2, I had that on the Atari 7800 Pro system, and it was phenomenal. It was a good racing game. It was like the 8-bit era.
What does that have to do for a cartoon, though? It has nothing to do.
To me, Pole Position 2 means something, and to a lot of people, Pole Position 2 means something. Not just pole position, blocky old goofy pole position. Pole Position 2.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. You're kind of getting off topic here.
It
man.
had like the carnival in the background when you drive
all right.
around the track.
Okay, listen. You gotta do something here, man. You gotta combine. That's the job. That's our job right now. It's our only job. You gotta combine something.
I know that, but I want we're doing Pole Position 2.
Yeah, I get that.
How about Thundarr as a race car driver? It's stupid, right? So ditch them. Pole Position 2. They already have it though.
And what do they do?
No, it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. Why you get off the games,
we're
man?
gonna call it Pole Position 2. It's gonna be in the future, and Thundarr the Barbarian is riding around in cars. You remember Mask Season 3, I think, came out or something like that?
Yeah.
And it was like a goofy race.
Yeah.
They always do it, and then they kill the series. They're like, oh, we have all these vehicles. There must.
He has a laser sword.
But it was cool.
It's called the Sun
Sword.
Sword. It's called the Sun Sword.
Gosh, it's so boring.
But like, we can't do anything with them? Well, what's Pole Position 2? What are we doing? What do they do?
How about he has like visions, like he's fighting things and stuff like that, and then he zones out and he's like, he doesn't understand what this vehicle is, this machine.
Yeah.
And it's racing, and then he beats them in a race, and then he's like, opens up his eyes and he comes back to, and he's like, oh, I defeated my enemy. And he just blacks out, and then he's racing or something like that, and his thoughts, but it's not really his thoughts. It's like it's almost like he has a connection back to the old Earth.
How about we do this? Yeah. How about it's How about he gets put into like some trance or something when he's fighting, or he gets hurt?
But
and
that's
then
the thing is, like you said, that what happened to the Earth? The Earth, something weird
it's
happened.
split. Yeah,
It's
like
split.
well, the moon split and the Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like he's the link now.
Okay.
To
I could deal
get
with that.
things
That's
back
something
on
better,
track
yeah.
instead of it splitting and being all weird and everything. Like it's getting it starts off in dreams, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it starts
yeah.
off in blacking out in fights, and then it starts off in, he spends a lot more time there, and then the clouds dissipate and the sun comes back to normal, and all the creatures start to disappear, and the world starts to slowly creep back to the way it should be.
I like that.
All right.
That's cool.
So the futurism and the machines and the sorcery leaves and.
What about
It all
and then
comes
where does
back.
that leave them?
Where does it leave who?
The family, Darret's.
Well, they start to come back. Like you realize maybe that Thundarr is descendant of, the Darrets.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay.
One of them.
All right, that's fine. I just wanted to get that in there somewhere.
You realize, Thundarr Darret. That's his name.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, what are we calling it? We said we're gonna call it Pole Position 2.
Pole Position 2. Yeah.
Fuck it, man. Wait, I wrote Pole 2.
Nope. Pole Position 2. Yeah. Starring Thundarr.
Starring or featuring? We'd like to do featuring.
Featuring Thundarr Darret.
All
Are
right.
there 2 R's or 3?
2.
2. That's it.
Yeah. Featuring Thundarr. Okay, so
Yep.
where are we at? Video games.
Oh, right on. Okay, cool. So, you want to know what this one is here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I mean,
You go first.
crying out loud.
Major League Baseball.
1988.
Yes, that was a good game. They were weird looking players. They were kind of like bubbly, cartoony looking stuff, but I remember playing that all the time. LJN, I think it was.
Compared next to RBI Baseball and Bases Loaded, what was your favorite? Nintendo, the first issue of Nintendo Power.
None. Baseball Stars.
Yes. That was weird. That was fucking weird. There we go. All right. Baseball Stars was the best. Second would have been
Yeah.
Bases Loaded, but Baseball
Bases
Stars.
Loaded had the weird, had
Love
like the
Baseball
realistic.
Stars. I love Baseball Stars.
Do you know how many times I like just erased everything and started
Started-
over
yeah,
in the team
yep.
and playing? And
Mainly
making
because it
money.
erased my save, but that's besides
really?
the point.
No. Oh gosh.
All right, so it's a baseball game. It had crappy camera. It was an 8-bit baseball game. Great.
So yeah.
All right, I don't know what you want.
It is what it is. So we're gonna try to get that, which might really work really well, because I have a game. I'm honestly not gonna be able to even show you like a.
Just give me the title. Show me the title, or say it. I don't care.
Yeah, but I like to show like a picture.
I know you do,
some
yeah.
kind of like a visual or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember what that was, and you might not, know this one. Why are you showing me things that aren't what I'm looking for? Because I guess that's the way you do things.
Okay.
So anyway.
Am I cutting this out? Or...
No. I don't care. So there was a video game called Timber. I don't know if you ever heard of Timber. It was dual stick, like arcade game.
It was in the arcade?
It was in the arcade. Yeah.
This was. Did I mention this was NES? I think.
Yeah,
I mentioned
you
this
told
was
me that.
NES, yeah.
So what you would do is you had this dude, right? This guy's yelling at you, right? Smoking a cigar, and you had this guy who looked like a
Mario ripoff.
yeah, like
Definitely.
big time, like somebody drew Mario with their eyes shut.
Okay, yeah.
And only using like their tonsils.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it.
Great analogy.
Yeah, it's kind of a ridiculous looking Mario. So what you had was you had a stick where you moved the character around.
Right.
And then you had the other stick where left to right, he chopped to the right, chopped to the left, and the thing was you had to, you got a certain number of trees that you needed to chop down.
Right,
and you had to make it through the level. Okay? You also had a time limit.
Right.
Okay? You also had birds that would pop out of the trees and stuff, and you can swipe the birds and you can kill them. There were also bears that would throw beehives at you.
Of course they did. What else would they throw at
Beehives.
you? Feces?
So, yeah, exactly. So
Beesies?
It's kind of like, what are they throwing? And it's like they're really throwing beehives. So that was the game.
This was probably at the time when they couldn't really get beehives right in video games yet.
Yeah, it was like a pie.
Yeah.
You know, it was like throwing a
what year is this?
cobbler. This one came out in 84.
84, okay.
Yeah, 84. So it was a little bit earlier than that one, Major League Baseball, which was what, 86?
God, it's so funny how like that's what arcade games look like. Like they were still a step ahead in 84 than they were than in Nintendo in 88. Yeah. But then again, you're condensing that to a tiny little format to fit on a CRT as opposed to like its own cabinet. Okay, so anyway, all right. So that was it really. It was just run around and chop trees and.
That's what you did. That was the game. And there was like that bonus round with the log. You had to try to stay on the log. It would spin. And you had to try to stay
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that was the game. You're a lumberjack and you do your thing.
All right. I'm thinking. So it's baseball. We're calling this lumberjack baseball.
Okay.
And instead of a bat, you're using like a refined wooden bat, like you would in baseball, like a nice shape.
Major lumberjack baseball.
Major lumberjack baseball, perfect. And you use logs.
Yeah.
These are big, huge guys. You're using logs.
That's what you're saying. You're using logs, but we have a guy using an axe, and then baseball players using a bat.
Well, no, hold on. Wait, you use a log to hit the ball, hit the beehive. Okay. The pitcher is a bear, throwing beehives. You hit the beehive. And when you run to the bases, you have to chop down trees.
Oh my gosh.
Before you
great.
can...
Stop. Just stop. Because every game that we come up with is amazing. I want to play every one of these games.
Wait, so to be able to steal bases, you have to chop down that tree. If you chop down the tree... before the next person get on base, you can run or something.
Well, that's the thing is the beehive. You hit the beehive. The beehive goes flying.
Right.
Somebody has to catch it. Somebody has to try to throw. I mean, baseball rules, right?
Yeah. But like I said, but when you hit the base, you got to chop down a tree. There's trees there.
Right.
And they replace it every.
All right, so you hit the beehive, they scatter, and you have to just hit. You have to hit the trees. Now, what's in the way? Like when you had timber, you had the game, and you had bees and birds in the way.
Bears, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, do you still have to avoid these?
Yeah, you do. So you have to jump over like birds and stuff. I think the team you're against are bears. It's a whole team of bears.
A whole team of bears. So there's only one team?
Yeah.
Or is there a bear team and then a bird team?
I mean...
all kinds of animals. I mean, we can up it.
It could be. That could be the sequel. I think for this first one. Because in the sequel they had all those wacky zany other extra things.
Well, this is technically a sequel to the 2.
I guess. So I just don't want to make it too complicated. It could be alligators, but I don't want to lose the core mechanic of chopping down, hitting a beehive with a shortened log, and then or even your axe. It could be even your axe.
What if the bear is swinging a huge log at you and you have to chop it at the plate?
Oh, okay, that's something. Yeah, as long as there's some chopping.
How about this? The bear takes a big old tree.
Yeah.
A spruce. Takes it, swings it at you, right? And you don't know if it's going to come from the left or right, so you have to be ready.
This is on base?
Chop it.
This is when you're on base?
No, this is when you're at the plate.
Okay.
And you hit it, right? And I chopped off a big piece because I knew which direction it was coming in. I was ready for it.
Okay.
Right? So you hit it. And then you run, and before getting to the plate, the bear will throw the beehive.
Oh.
So now the bear throws the beehive at you, and it tries to tries to throw you out.
Okay.
But before he can do that, I mean, he has to swing the log, drop it, get the beehive, throw it.
Yeah. There's a time there.
Yeah.
There's a delay there.
Yeah.
And then at the base, we still chopping trees.
Well, how about?
What are we doing at the base? To like steal a base.
Maybe there's a little tree. There's a little tree there.
There's little trees.
You have to get over to this, like, if you want to steal second, you have to get, he's swinging the log, and you got to do that, and you got to try to run to the other one and chop down the tree before he throws the beehive at you.
Yeah.
On second base.
No, I like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be more chopping.
Yeah,
so your lumberjack always has the axe.
Yeah, it's like the log from the bonus round.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And he swings it at you, and you chop it,
and
then you run.
If you get a chunk off.
Okay, yeah.
You run. He tries to throw you out with the beehive, but you have to chop down the tree too.
Okay.
Well, no, maybe not on the first base. Let's say no. When they swing the log, that's it. Now you're just outrunning the beehive. You get to first base. Then you want to steal a base or you want to get to second base, like somebody else is there. The runner has to do something.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? So you have the one guy at the plate now. No, the second guy's at the plate. Somebody's on first.
Yeah.
The guy at the plate is worrying about the log again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
but the guy on first is running. He's going to say the guy at home plate, was the batter hits the log, breaks it, starts running towards first. Now the guy from first is running towards second. He's got to go and he's got to chop down the tree.
Is it at second or in between second, like where shortstop would be?
It's in
at the base.
Well, yeah. Well, that would be the second baseman.
Okay.
In between first and second. Second and third is where the shortstop is, kind of.
Second. What did I say? Oh yeah.
Yeah. You said the other way.
I did the other way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a big baseball guy. Whatever.
I know. That's okay.
It's fine.
I got you.
Yeah, you do.
So that's a good thing.
I like that. So
how do you get a home run?
Trees. Hold on. Trees at second and third.
Trees at second and third. Yeah. What do you have
Baby
to do
trees.
at home? I mean, trees could be at every other base, I guess. Maybe there's.
To get a home run, what do you do to get a home run? What can you do to get a home run? You can. Oh, how about a home run is when you chop the tree completely, or we split the. What can it be?
I'm just thinking like you hit the log that they swing the log. The bear swings the log. You hit the log, and if the log, ends up, pointing towards first base, you can run to first base. It ends up, you hit it so hard that it spins around to second base. That's a double.
Are there fouls?
Yeah,
I mean it's just
strikes,
whatever piece flies off and gets to the outfield.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It goes over the fence. It's home run.
There you go. Well, how many players are there players in the outfield, or do they all have their own bees? Only the pitcher.
I think only the pitcher.
Only the pitcher.
Yeah, because you got the mechanic of throwing the beehive at first baseman, or you can throw a beehive at second. It doesn't matter. He can throw the beehive at anyone.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy's stealing second to third, he's still trying to steal third. He can hit him with the beehive, or. I kind of like it still that to steal a base, you got to run to the base and chop down the tree.
Right, but what's the purpose of the center fielder? Is there a center fielder or is there not? What do they do? What would the center fielder do if there's a center fielder?
Well, catch the wood. Is that what they're doing out there?
Well, they're supposed to catch the ball. I mean,
so I guess they're catching the wood.
So if they catch the wood, you're out.
Yeah.
If they catch the big wood chip, you're out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because maybe the bear pitcher is basically controlling the game at this point.
Okay. All right.
It's more contained. It's more contained than baseball.
Sounds good.
They are fighting bears. I mean, playing against bears. So what do you major lumberjack baseball?
Yeah.
No, it's not baseball.
That's right.
What are we calling it? What do we call this? B-ball.
B-ball? No, B-ball. B.
B's. Yeah, B-ball.
B-E-E.
B-E ball. B-ball, major lumberjack B-ball. Or B's ball.
B's ball.
Chopathon.
That's stupid.
Timber ball.
I was gonna say like.
Timber ball. Timberlake. Justin Timberlake ball. You got bees, bears.
Battlestar Galactica.
Bees, bears, Battlestar Galactica. I'm not wearing that shirt today. Why not bees, bears?
Mm-hmm.
Bees, bears, and bases.
Bees, bears, and bases. Bees, bears, and baseballs.
There's no baseballs though.
Bees, bears.
That's why I said bases, because they're all bases.
Yeah,
it's bees, bears, and bases.
You're correct. You're correct.
It's a stupid name. I like that.
Bees, bears, and bases. Okay. Mark it, dude.
All right.
All right. Bring it. That's fine.
Bees, comma, bears, comma, bases. Bees. Is it apostrophe S? It'd be apostrophe S. Has to be, right?
Plural. Bees. No S. No apostrophe.
B-E-E-S?
B-E-E-S.
It's weird. Anyway. Bees. Cool.
Yeah. Good deal.
A princess.
Done.
A princess mourning. Hold on, we gotta go over these, man. That sucked. That sucked.
Yeah, the movie.
That was crap.
No on the movie.
Trailhawks.
No.
Yeah, I kind of like.
Cool. That's probably the best TV show.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's an absolute god-awful mess, and I love it.
And the thing is, we didn't really put in a timeline of events. Because
right.
You need to see the episodes on.
Yeah, and they're gonna make no sense. It's gonna be amazing, but there's gonna be some sick motorcycles in that. And they're gonna wear
horses.
And horses, and they're gonna wear.
Wait until you see the Appaloosa.
They're gonna wear versions of their outfits, but like leather versions, like modern day, not cowhide, but actual like black leather.
Yeah.
Black leather. Their helmets have cowboy hats on them. No, they're cowboy hats that just have face masks. Yeah, they have visors. Yeah. Pole Position 2. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any of that. It was pretty hot earlier. I don't remember any of that.
What are you talking about? That's Thundarr.
Yeah.
He's in the future and he starts having flashbacks and dreams.
Yeah, that was pretty trippy.
The world comes back.
That was pretty trippy. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty trippy. Yeah.
Keep going. What else?
And then Bees, Bears, and Bases again, man. So, somebody has to make these games, man.
The game sounds fun. Not gonna lie.
We gotta make these games, dude.
I'm kind of torn on the cartoon and the TV show. On this one, I'm not picking the game. And not just because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm not gonna pick the game this time. I, really don't want to pick the game.
I'm gonna say Trailhawks for me, really? Only because I feel like it'd be a show that I watch that it's like, why do I watch this dumb show? But I'm so invested in these characters.
Why is Napoleon?
Napoleon's gonna be in season 2. What? Yeah. They're bringing him in. Where's Jesse been? Jesse, what? Jesse. You don't understand what happened to Jesse in season 4. Yeah. It's going to be so convoluted. And in season 5, they'll bring it all back and it'll be like, wow, you've really tied this together.
When they all get together. Well, that'll be like the movie.
Season 6 will be okay.
TV movie where they're all together.
Yeah. Season 7 it's going to end in season 7, but it'll be a nice ending.
It'll wrap things up tightly.
Yeah.
I think
you like the cartoon, man. I think you're into the cartoon. I think it's your thing. It's a good idea. I liked it. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the cartoon on this one.
It's a little less. It's a little more serious than we normally come up with.
What, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
Which is good. I liked it. All right, great. That was episode. That's the show. We did it.
Word up.
Finished it. All right.
All
right.
Next.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.